My friend, my love, Julian Lennon.
Hi. Hello.
You know, one of the reasons that I love you so much is because you go around the world and you do lots of stuff. You try to bring water to Africa. You try to make sure that the environment is right. What drives you? What drives you to keep doing it?
You know, I grew up partly in my sort of early to mid-teens in the countryside. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when you weren't working at school, you know, I was out in the fields, I was climbing trees, right. I was running through, you know, rivers and anything to do with outdoor activities. And I always loved that. And you know, and I love the earth. Uh-huh. And, you know, I want to keep that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to, you know, maintain that for future generations. You know, I think it's massively important for all our survival.
It is massively important, and the earth is dying in many ways, and it's sad.
It's very, very sad. You know, there are many opportunities where a lot of people could do a lot better, uh-huh. And well, they don't, you know, which is a real shame. So, yeah. You know, some of us have to pick up the slack.
Well, there's a portion of the Democratic Party that seems to be intent upon doing something, and right. That's the new Green Deal,
yeah, I heard about that.
Which gets criticized also. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know too much about it. I heard there were issues because of the budget side of things, uh-huh. Which on a personal level, I would say, you know, forget the wall. Put the money in the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, look.
This book is it's a third. You've written three already.
This is the third book.
And
yeah.
Love the Earth. I've read through it. I've got a 1-year-old, and she's the perfect age. I can't wait to take this home and read it to her because I see her eyes when I open the book and I read it to her.
Yeah.
They're on a journey.
Yes, absolutely.
They're like consumed in this new world. Tell us the journey they're going to take in this book.
Well, I mean, this is really a sort of extension of the first two books. Yeah. It's just an expansion on, you know, thoughts and ideas. It's really about starting the conversation for kids to say, well, you know, and I've mentioned this before, you know, why is there so much plastic? Why is there pollution? Mm-hmm. You know, and to bring about the idea of, okay, let's make change, you know, again, for the betterment of all.
It's their planet.
And, and I love that in the book, and I love all your books.
Thank you.
That the kids travel on a plane called the White Feather Flyer.
Yes.
And the last time you were here, we talked about why the white feather is important to you.
Right. You want to recap?
I do.
Okay. I'll try and be brief. Dad once said to me when I was younger that if anything should ever happen to him, that he would let me know that he or we were all going to be okay in the form of a white feather. And about 20 years ago or so, when I was on the road in Australia, I was approached by an Aboriginal tribe called the Mirning people. And the elder, who was a woman, walked up to me and gave me a white feather and said, you have a voice, can you help us? And, you know, I just goosebumps for days and freaked out a little bit because I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual in every way. And I just felt that was undeniable communication.
Yeah.
So, you know, I made a film about this tribe, and which was called Whale Dreamers, a documentary. And I thought, if it's going to do well, if there's going to be money, I want it to go back to the tribe so that they can sustain their future and their culture. And the only way to do that was through a foundation. Mm-hmm. So I started the White Feather Foundation, and then slowly but surely I started getting...
That's a great story.
Yeah.
We can hear it over and over again.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not just that. His fingers are in so many things that make the world better. I'm so proud to know.
Thank you. That's very kind.
So our thanks to Julian Lennon. His new book, Love the Earth, is available now. And you know what, y'all? You are so nice. You're all going to go home.